Hello students, thank you for joining me. Today I am going to show you how to find an endpoint of a line segment given the midpoint and one endpoint. So here, let's take this example. You are given the midpoint of segment CD at -2, 1, and the endpoint C is at -5, 7, and then you are asked to find the other endpoint D. So let's put this into a visual representation. So I'm going to go ahead and draw the segment just so that I can show you how to do this easily. Okay, so I start, so this is your segment C, D. So I start at C and I'm going to end up at D, right? And in the middle of that is my M location, so the location of the midpoint. Now, if you know anything about midpoint, if there's a midpoint between C and D, then the distance from C to M and M to D is exactly the same, right? So if this is 3, this is 3, this is 5, this is 5, okay? So knowing that is gonna help you understand what I'm doing later. So I'm gonna go ahead and put in the location. C is at -5, that's your X coordinate, and 7, that's your Y coordinate. And then M is -2, 1. And then of course D is, I don't know. I'm looking for that, right? So question mark. All right, now this is very easy. I'm gonna use different colors for this. I'm gonna look at my X values, okay? I'm gonna look at -5, and -2, okay? So these are locations, right? I must have, you ask yourself, if I start at -5, what did I do to get to -2? And whatever I did, I have to do the same to get to the next location, right? So it's just algebra. What did you do to get, how did someone get from -5 to -2? Well, they walk backwards 3 units. Or they walk actually forward 3 units. So they're walking towards the more positive, right? So -5 is down here, and then -2 is up here. That means they must have add 3 to that, right? So -5 plus 3 is -2. Right? So that's what happened between the 2 points. Well, if that's what happens, if that's how you get to the midpoint, then that's exactly how you're going to get to the other end by adding 3, right? So now that you have this, you can actually figure out where the location is. So -2, if I walk 3 more to the positive direction, I would end up at 1, because -2 plus 3 is 1. I just found my X coordinate for point D, okay? Now let's move on to my my Y coordinate. I'm going to use red color for my Y coordinate, right? So Y coordinate, I will start at 7. If you look at the Y coordinate, and I did something to end up at 1, right? So 7, and then what to give you 1? Well, 7 minus 6, because I'm going backwards, right? 7 minus 6 to give me 1, because 7 minus 6 is 1. Well, if I go backwards 6 units, then I must have done backwards 6 units to get to the other end, right? So 1 minus 6 will give me a -5. I just found my other coordinates, right? So D is at 1, -5. So review the video again and let that sink in, and then you can determine for yourself if that's easier method to use, or the using the midpoint formula and having to solve the equation is easier. It's your choice. It's just another way to do this problem. I hope you guys enjoy it, and I hope it's helpful. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.